This is what it looks like. You show up in a town, get off the bus called a Colectivo. They just drop you wherever, and then you have to walk and figure out where your hostel is. So for mine right now, it's about 3 kilometers, which is like 1.5 miles, 2 miles. So it's smoky. They just had a huge fire here, so you can't see much, even the mountains. It's covered in smoke. It feels like California right now. You want an adventure? How about walking down Route 40, Patagonia, because your hostel's 2 miles away from the little town. Adventure, cheers, here we go. This hostel has to be great because I'm walking a country mile. It's beautiful though. Whew. That just means I'm ordering a taxi out of here. Maybe they can rent me a bike or I can jump in a car with somebody else. Today I'm gonna go for a hike to this upper lake, and it's near the hostel that I'm staying at, but we have to go down this kind of dirt road slash turns into a trail, and I don't know if it goes through. So they said it does, but yesterday I tried to go for a run here and it was very tight, so I needed to put pants on. Did not want to cut my legs up because some of these shrubs are sharp. So it says it's gonna be about 5 hours. I'm assuming it'll be 2 to 3, but it's the morning time. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna go do some hiking, and then when I get back, spend the day sitting in the beautiful nature that is this hostel in El Hoyo, or Hoyo in Argentina. Here we are. It's a nice, beautiful, beautiful Monday, so let's enjoy the day. So the trail is a no-go. Like, it's way too overgrown. It's like you need a machete to get through there, so. There's a coffee shop nearby. So instead of hiking, I need to get some exercise in. I'm just gonna walk to the coffee shop. Oh, this is beautiful. You might be able to hear the helicopter off in the distance. That's because there's a fire nearby, and they've been working tirelessly to put this fire out up in the hills outside of El Hoyo. Maybe you could see it. I'll turn it in a second. You might be able to see the helicopter fly by with the huge containers of water hanging. So let's see. There it is. Just above the trees up top there. Red and white. Carrying the water. Try to get this fire put out. They've been working on it for 2 days now. But it seems less smoky today, so nice. A true vagabond on the highway. Nowhere to go, and no cares. Just gonna wander. Not need to be picked up, not trying to hitchhike, just walking, Route 40. So I bought this little sweet. I just had coffee and a little pastry, and then they had this one in the window, and I was super curious to see what it is, so we're gonna check it out. Look at this thing. I don't know what it is. Looks like dulce de leche. Okay. There's definitely coconut, dulce de leche, and it's like a shortbread cookie. Kind of all mixed in together. Definitely not healthy, but delicious. Yum. This has turned into my favorite little wine spot the last 2 days. This hostel has been really relaxing. You can see it's a lot of open space with the cascades of the mountains behind, the Patagonia mountains behind me. Stepped on a thorn. A couple of thorns. But yeah, I haven't had a conversation in English in 2 days. It's been all Spanish. So I haven't really been able to connect with anybody here. Except for, you know, me, myself, and I. So I've spent some time thinking and just hanging out, but I found my favorite little spot here. So it's just me. A bottle of wine. And Mother Nature. Tomorrow I leave on in the morning, well, like 2, a 25-hour bus ride. So that is the adventure that we are gonna figure out. So, whew. Cheers, friends. Wow, this is the end of day 2 here at this hostel. And I haven't really had any conversation with anybody because everyone speaks Spanish. And my Spanish is really bad, so it's not like I can really have any in-depth connecting conversation. So it's been pretty quiet. And I catch the bus tomorrow to El Calafate, to the glacier, which is gonna be absolutely amazing. I've been dreaming about this, so I'm pretty excited that I was able to pull this off and get it put together. But that means a 25-hour bus, that means another 2 days possibly, which means I wouldn't have had like a conversation with anybody in English for 4 days at that point. And it starts to wear a little bit, you know, to communicate with people. I'm such a extroverted person that I just love connecting with people, so it's been kind of quiet and not what I'm ideally used to, but I'm working through it here. It's really tough at times like this where it's like beautiful at night and you just want to sit down with a glass of wine and like have a conversation with someone, just get to know people. And that's been the biggest challenge. And it's not their fault, it's mine. Like, I don't speak the language, which I'm trying to, but it's a lot harder in Buenos Aires. I can get by in other places a little bit easier, but not Buenos Aires, Argentina, I can't speak the language. The Argentinian style of Spanish is a lot harder to understand and speak than what I'm used to. And not saying they're wrong or anything, it's just, I don't understand it as much. It comes off differently, so I'm trying to figure that out. You know, I can have conversations, but they're just very simple right now. Get from A to B, which has kind of been a struggle. So it's kind of been me to myself, hanging out alone. Just had a couple calls set up, but they didn't pan out, so I was trying to fill it in a little bit. But yeah, this is part of travel, you know. It's just this is what I'm expecting, and it's beautiful. This place is absolutely beautiful. Everywhere you look, just animals, nature in the middle of very little around, so it's pretty nice. But again, you know, I'm craving that connection, that human connection, and the only reason I'm a solo traveler is because I don't have someone who wants to travel with me. It's not because we choose to travel solo, even though I do think that that is a very important thing to do. I think you learn a lot about yourself. I think you learn a lot about things inside of you that are maybe you need to address, but then again you get to a point where it's like you do wish you had someone to share all this with. And that's what's great when you meet people and you get to travel together, because then you get to share these experiences. But last night in El Hoyo in Argentina, and yeah, 25-hour bus will be down. I will be down in El Calafate in 2 days, which means the glacier, and then hopefully El Chaltán, and see Mount Fitzroy. Do some hiking in the area. From there, off to Ushuaia, and fingers crossed we can make magic happen. Just me and the rabbit right now. And that, my friends, is Patagonia. Wow. Had to be here. No words. Wow. Route 40. Come on, bus. Take me to Calafate. So I never want to go back to the industry I'm worked in. Maybe I just get a face tattoo. Maybe that forces me to do something different, never go back. These are the crazy ideas you have when you're just sitting here waiting for your bus and nothing going on. Okay, what can I do crazy, wild? That'd be one. Who knows? Let's see. Life's crazy. Who knows? Never say never.